Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I personally really love and want to share with the world, so that's why I'm talking about it. So the topic that I'm going to be talking about today is Avatar. Yes, Avatar, as in the blue 9-foot tall people that live on a planet called Pandora. I'm going to be yapping about that today. I really love Avatar. They're literally the top of my movie recommendations and the ones I love the most in the entire world. I'm not even lying. So I decided that I wanted to make an OC for Avatar, and I wanted an excuse to yap about it and let the world know about my unhealthy obsession and my deep indulgence in the lore of Avatar. So I made an OC, and I'm gonna be going over the Speedpaint, explaining what I know about Avatar, and all that stuff in today's Speedpaint. Without further ado, let's get on with today's yap session. I just want to start by saying a little disclaimer. Obviously, I own nothing to the Avatar franchise. It's all James Cameron, a wonderful creator who created the Avatar world, and I'm so glad he exists and created this because I would not be the person I am today without Avatar. That sounds dramatic, but I'm not lying. And now with that out the way, hello, welcome to the Avatar Yap session. This is going to be, I guess, somewhat podcast-like, except there will be a speed paint and there will be some Avatar lore. So if you're interested in Avatar lore, or just my character that I might design for Avatar, you should stick around, because my art is pretty good too. Anyway, I've already wasted a minute with nothing. So, in the Avatar world, oh yeah, I should also put a spoiler warning. I will be talking about Avatar, if that wasn't obvious. So if you haven't seen the first or second movie, I will be talking about those. So if you don't want any spoilers for them, this is your point to click off. I'll give you a second to decide. Okay, that's enough. So, if you don't know the Avatar world, basically, people found a planet called Pandora, and Pandora is where the Na'vis live, and the Na'vis, if you don't know, are the 9-foot tall blue people with tails. Or in some cases, if you're looking at the water Na'vis, because these are forest Na'vis, the one I'm drawing in this video is also a forest Na'vi. The water ones are different. Yeah, since I'm not really gonna talk much about the water Na'vis because they aren't really related to my video that I'm talking about now. I might go into a little detail about it, but not really. Yeah, so these guys, what I'm drawing on my screen, is also a Na'vi. Sort of. Basically, the main plot of the Avatar movie is this, dude called Jake. He can't walk, he's in a wheelchair. He goes to this Avatar program because his brother died, and he has a twin brother. They share the same DNA, so he can access his Avatar. An Avatar is a 9-foot tall blue person that is psychologically linked to and biologically linked to a human, and can, like, when the human's asleep in this specific container, it awakens their Avatar and they can walk around on Pandora. They were made so that the humans could breathe on Pandora because, yeah, humans can only breathe the air for about like 3 seconds before they inevitably die. Yeah, so that's like the premise of the first movie, and the reason why that's relevant is because my character, my persona OC that you're gonna see in this video, is like Jake, minus the not walking thing. He can walk. But he joined the Avatar program. He's been in it for years. So that's why in the first drawing you'll see he'll be wearing army clothes, because the Na'vi, the ones that actually live in the forest, don't wear human clothes. They wear just whatever they make. Their god is Awa. Awa is their deity, and Awa is a tree, basically. And she is connected to everything. And basically, there's 3 laws of Awa. You know, basically, you can't build structures, you can't take from the ground, and everything is like alive and stuff like that. I'm sorry, my explaining is very bad. I just really want to yap about my OC. So basically, when the humans came to Pandora, that threw everything the Na'vis believed out the window. So the humans did not care. The humans did not care for anything the Na'vis really believed in. They just saw them as a thing in the way of what they wanted. And what they wanted was this rock, stone, ore thing called unobtainium. And it's basically just worth a lot of money on Earth. And that's the whole premise of like the first movie as well, is they want to get this rock, which is why they want the avatars to get out the way. But also Grace, who is a very important character to the story if you don't know, wants to befriend the Na'vis though. She wants to learn their ways and be one of the people basically. So that in that way there's no casualties to these really smart beings and to Awa, because Grace really wants to know more about the planet, and she knows that harming the Na'vis will do more harm than good. So that's like her whole thing. Now to my OC. His name is Ryan because I can name my persona OC whatever I want. His name is Ryan Champion because I thought it was funny. But yeah, he is like Jake. He's wearing army like clothes because he's one of the gunsman people for Trudy, who is the person that flies the helicopter for the Avatar program. I'd say he's pretty close friends to Grace. He's very loyal. He doesn't actually want any harm to come to the Na'vis because he had grown attached to a particular Na'vi, a part of the Metikaya clan. Sute. Yes, my OC is gay. And yes, he is shipped with Sute, and if you know who that is, good job. Because there's about to be a whole lot of lore unpacked with this character. So, Ryan had come, and he was with Grace for many years, a part of the Avatar program, and then Jake came along. And then basically a lot of the stuff that happens in the first movie happens. But before that, Ryan meets Sute along with Grace because he helped Grace at her school. So that's how he meets Sute. And Sute is an important character to the story. He's the one that is betrothed to Neytiri before Neytiri and Jake inevitably get together. So basically after a little while of time, Ryan starts liking Sute, but Sute cannot like Ryan the way he wants because he is betrothed to Neytiri. So he doesn't want to betray his clan because he is the next leader, basically. He's the next chief. I forgot the word for that. I am sorry. He's the next chief of the clan, so he can't let the clan down by liking someone who is a guy and not an actual Na'vi. He's an avatar. Also, something notable to take is that Na'vis only have 3 fingers and a thumb. So 3 fingers, basically, is what they say. But avatars don't. They have 5 fingers. They have like human hands and human toes and all that stuff. So that's like how you can tell when someone's an avatar versus when someone's a Na'vi. But yeah, basically as the movie progresses, the stuff with Jake happens. Jake gets accepted into the pupil. Sute finds out that Jake and Neytiri had mated and became a mated pair and were in love with each other. And that made Sute upset because he was doing everything in his power to not get with Ryan because he knew that the greater good of the people was more important than going to the man he loved, which obviously made Sute very annoyed. Understandably. And basically then as the story progresses, the Metikaya people find out that the avatars were originally tricking them until Jake actually did fall in love with Neytiri. Sute doesn't trust any of them though, and has not admitted to his feelings to Ryan. Ryan has not killed any Na'vi, which is also why when Neytiri meets him again, she is happy to see him because he's actually a really good person. He wants to help the Na'vis as well, just like Grace. But it isn't until like the end of the movie when something really tragic happens, Sute dies. And that makes me really sad because I genuinely love Sute. But I'm changing the lore a bit. My OC doesn't exist. He's not a real character in the Avatar story. So I feel like it's okay if I want to change the lore of the movies a little bit. This is my AU, if you will. Sute doesn't die. Basically the scene where he gets shot off the ship, Ryan comes in and saves him. Yay! Then basically at the end of the movie, Jake gets put into his avatar body, so then that way he can be with the Na'vis forever and not have to go in this weird container every time he wants to be his Na'vi self. The same thing happens to Ryan, but it's not until a little while after Ryan becomes one with his Na'vi and his avatar body that Sute still doesn't quite want to admit his feelings to Ryan yet. Like he didn't like Neytiri romantically like that, but he was doing it for the greater of the people. But now Neytiri was with someone else anyway, and he did like Ryan, and Ryan obviously liked him. But there was just a part of him that didn't want to admit that. It wasn't until he was having a conversation with Neytiri, and Neytiri was all like, you should follow your heart. Look, I know I hurt you when I betrayed you basically for Jake, but I love Jake and I wasn't gonna give that up. And you should be with someone who you love and want to be with, which then results to Sute confessing his feelings to Ryan and Ryan doing the same, and then they make the foray the traditional Na'vi experiences. But Sute no longer has the role of the leader on his shoulders at this point. I don't know if this is canon to Na'vi lore if Sute didn't die, but I'm making it that Jake is married to Neytiri now, so he's the next chief. And Neytiri is the Sahik, which is the spiritual leader. So Sute doesn't have to worry about it, but he's the finest warrior in the entire clan. So he's like the second in command, so he helps Jake, because Jake is like his brother. They are really good friends, basically, now. So Ryan and Jake are living happily until a phenomenon happens. Oh yeah, basically, by the way, Grace also gets put into her avatar body through the spiritual thing, like Jake and Ryan, except she dies in this process, so she's technically dead, except she's pregnant for the second movie. So basically, that Grace has a kid called Kiri, and since Sute and Ryan can't have children, they decided that they would adopt Kiri. This is not canon in the second movie. This doesn't actually happen. Kiri does not get adopted by Sute and Ryan because Sute's dead and Ryan doesn't exist. But for my AU version, they adopt Kiri. So to not change the second movie too much though, she's really close with everyone, and for her safety they send her away with Jake and Neytiri when they leave to go to the Makaena clan in the reef, just for the greater good of Kiri. I would like to believe that at this time though, Sute and Ryan take care of any other kids that need help. They foster anyone that was lost to the tragedies of the war and the home tree fell, basically. Ryan's a pretty good shot with his bow. He was a pretty good shot with his gun, but obviously they're two different things. Also, something I didn't draw in this video, but I kind of wish I did, was the start on Ryan's song chord. A song chord is a very important thing to the Na'vis. Basically, it's this long bit of string that you add beads to, basically. It's like making a long bracelet for the Na'vis. basically each thing on that string, each bead, if you say, means a different significant moment in their life. So when a new thing is added to their song chord, that's another big moment of their life it recorded. And basically the reason why it's called a song chord is when the Na'vi dies, that song chord gets sung at the end, like at their funeral, basically. So that happens. So he starts making his own song chord. He gets his own ikran. His ikran is called Blueberry Pancake because blueberry shark, I love blueberries, and pancake because they just look like a huge sky pancake. Is there really any reason to specify? They're a huge sky pancake. Like, that is perfect. So Blueberry Pancake, or just pancake, or just blueberry for short, is his ikran. I also did not draw that, and if you're like, what's an ikran? An ikran is a flying thing that they fly around on. Jake's is called Bob, and I think that's just the funniest thing to me. I don't know why. Also, that would also mean that Ryan has like a blue one. That's not like necessary. That's just what I chose. That, you know. So Blueberry Pancake is blue because blueberry pancakes. Dusty, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, leave me alone. Sorry. Pet thing. Yeah. So Ryan is now part of the Forest Na'vi. He's with Sute, the man he loves. He's got an adopted kid that lives. Yeah. What possibly else could there be for me to talk about? They're not featured in the new movie. You've talked about your OC. Why is this video still got another like 10 minutes on it? Well, young viewer, I have so much Avatar lore and knowledge in my brain that I have not yet gotten out because my siblings and friends are sick of me yapping about these damn movies that I have so much more I can talk about. I'm not going to yap your entire ears off, so I'm probably only going to yap for like 3 or so more minutes. But basically, I love Avatar. Second movie is my favorite. Third one's coming out at the end of this year. I'm so excited. So we're going to talk a bit more about Avatar lore in more detail, mainly the second movie. My favorite character of all time out of all of the characters that are alive is Neytiri. But my favorite character that inevitably dies at the end of the second movie is Neteyam. He is the eldest son of Jake and Neytiri, and he is a warrior. He's the best oldest brother, and he dies. And I'm still sad about that, and I cry every single time his death scene happens. I'm not even joking. My siblings will vouch for me, even though it's not something that needs to be vouched for. I play edits. I watch Avatar edits every morning. A lot of them involving Neteyam's death. And he's my favorite character. He is a warrior, and he is baby. And basically, if you want to know the rest of the Sully family, I'm going to just quickly go through them. It's Neytiri, Jake, Neteyam, Kiri, Luok, I can never say his name properly, and Took. Took is the youngest. She is also my other favorite. It's not a big favorite sometimes, but Neteyam is my overall favorite. I think I just connected to him a lot because he's the eldest and I'm the eldest child of my family. But yeah, a bit more for Avatar lore I will talk about real quick is, excuse me, is the Metkayena clan. Because I personally love the Metkayena clan, and I love the second movie visually because of all the water and ocean and stuff. But the Metkayena clan is a specific clan that lives in the ocean. Well, not in the ocean, but lives in the reef. And they are really cool. They have tattoos all over their body. Their tattoos placements meaning different things, and they're just very cool. And one of my other favorite characters lives there. My other favorite character is Renal, and she's the Sahik, spiritual leader, of the Metkayena clan. I love her so much. She wears a skirt and she slays. She will kill people and she will kill you. Don't touch her children. Or anything she loves, actually, because you're not going to make it alive. So my favorite out of the two Avatar movies is the second one. I'm so excited to see the third one when it comes out. And I just am glad that you were here on this journey of me yapping. One more thing I am going to say about the Speedpaint before I end this video is a bit about the choices that I made with my actual Na'vi himself. Is obviously the first outfit completely explanatory, is he's just supposed to look like he's wearing human clothes that he'd wear in the forest because he's got a gun and he's part of the army force thing on Pandora, gunsman, whatever. But then in his Na'vi outfits, he's got this, what is it called, a loincloth? That's just like a plain whatever. I just basically added accessories to him to make him look cooler. I'm pretty sure the thing that he wears on his waist, under boob thing, that thing that he's wearing, I love drawing those, don't know what they're called though, is like mainly for when you're flying, or is it specific thing for men? I don't know much about the Na'vi clothes, I'm gonna be honest. It's cool. I know Sute wears one. I don't know if that's just an outfit choice or yeah, his necklace isn't really anything special. I just wanted to draw a cool necklace. It kind of looks like a tooth, also not. His eyes are yellow because all Forest Na'vi's eyes are yellow. The braid is very important. All Na'vis have braids, every single one, even the reef people. And at the end of their braid is their queue, which is what they use to connect to their Ikran, their direhorse, their whatever they need to connect to, or to their partner when they are mating before Awa. Yes, they have to have that. I like his armbands specifically. I just love the one that kind of wraps around his arm multiple times, and then the other one that just looks like a bunch of beads. I love it. I don't know why. I can't really explain it. I love his tail. He is so cute. I hope you like him as well. Some other things I'd like to say is if you have an Avatar OC, please try to contact me. I have Instagram, Twitch, or just on YouTube. Because I would love our OCs to be friends. Like, genuinely, I want Ryan to have a more expandable friend group and stuff like that. I love it when people's OCs and personas can interact with others. It's a way to bring more life into the community and into fandoms in general. Also, if you just like the Avatar movies in general, talk to me, because I love to yap about this show, these movies. I genuinely do. I love it. I live for it. One more other extra little thing I'd like to add is I actually hate Ryan's camo glove that I gave him. I hate it. I added the army pattern on there to match the shorts, and then I just don't like it. But I didn't realize I didn't like it until after I'd finished the entire drawing and all the writing of his lore and stuff next to him. So it was too late by then. So that's a fault on my part, though. That has nothing to do with really the video. I also just like his shirt. Like, I know most of the time they wear black and then the army pattern, but he looks so good in the white shirt. Anybody else agree with me? I'm just saying. Also, I love the blue I picked. It's not the exact Na'vi blue, but it is really cute nonetheless. You don't need to, but you can read through his like description thingy, whatever, that I have written next to him when the speed paint's over, when the image comes up at the end of the video. You can read that, you don't need to. But one other thing I had a lot of fun with is that you're seeing in speed paint now is adding the lighter spots and the stripes to him, because they are sort of based on a Bengal tiger from a deleted scene when we find out that they're actually gone extinct on Earth. But yeah, the stripes were really fun to draw, placing them. Also kind of annoying at the same time, though. But I had a lot of fun nonetheless drawing him. I stylized the avatars and Na'vis a bit differently. They don't have, like, exactly elf ears. Their ears are a lot smaller, but that's just how I draw them. I also can't draw feet, and decided I didn't want to, so I didn't draw hands. Oh, well. I love how this ref sheet in general came out. I think it's really good. I hope you like it, because I really do. And even if you don't, tell me what you don't like about it in the comments too. Tell me what you do like about it. You know what? Just tell me anything in the comments. Yeah. And thank you for listening to this little section of the video too. And I hope you were okay with my yapping for 20 odd minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless, even though this, if you couldn't tell, is very unscripted. It's just me yapping about whatever I wanted. Regardless, I hope you did enjoy this video. If not, that is also okay. Tell me in the comments if you'd like to hear more videos of me just yapping about random stuff for 20 minutes with the speed paint going in the background, or would you prefer more redesign videos, which is what my channel is going to be mostly about anyway. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see you all in the next video, which will be miraculous themed. Bye-bye!